Hey folks, welcome to another edition of BrushPile Fishing. It is early in the morning, coming to you from the Crappie compound, Les Smith's here in Mississippi. We've got a great show in store today. My good friend, and you know we have a great time when we're taping together, John Harrison is going to join us. I haven't been to Grenada in several years, so we're going to try to get a show down there today doing some spider rigging. So you stay tuned. We'll be right back with BrushPile Fishing.
Many people look at a lake and feel a sense of calm serenity. Crappie fishermen feel the heart-pounding anticipation of the thump. That's why host Russ Bailey is addicted to crappie fishing. It's this addiction that takes Russ from the Midwest to the Deep South in search of the best lakes, techniques, and patterns from some of the best crappie anglers in the country. Right here on BrushPile Fishing.
Hey folks, welcome back to BrushPile Fishing here at Grenada, Mississippi. You know this man, my good friend John Harrison. John, how are we doing this morning?
I'm doing fine, Russ. How are you?
Brother, it has been years since I've been on Grenada, and I'm anxious to get back. And we are in the first week of October. You think it's fall, cool down. Man, it's going to be 92, 93 degrees today. What are we going to do?
Well, we got some 18-foot. Here's your fish right here already. We got these 18-foot B&M PSTs with 1-ounce caps and Coleman minnow rigs.
Let me get this one in real quick, folks.
I really didn't mean for him to catch that one before we got started here this morning.
Right off the bat. That's a good sign, folks.
As you can see, we just using 1-ounce caps and Coleman minnow rigs here by B&M. We're about 16 to 18 foot of water today. We're going to be moving about 0.7. It's cool this morning, but it's going to get hot here during the day, on up around lunchtime, but going to get a little wind today out of the south-southeast wind at about, supposed to blow about 10 miles an hour, but right now, as you can see, it's good and slick, calm, and hey, I'm glad to have you down here with me today, and we go back a long way. And
we do.
I appreciate you coming.
I'll tell you what, folks, 30 seconds into it, we're ready to go.
And I hope you don't catch no more.
All right, let's get to it.
Here's the lake information, sponsored by Mossback Fish Habitat.
We're just getting started. You've seen during the opening, we got our first fish. John, we're not vertical fishing. We're moving right now, aren't we?
Yeah, we're moving about 0.6. We'll as the sun comes on up, we'll crank it on up to about 0.7, 0.8, and we'll let out a little more line, get us a little bit more speed here, cover a little bit more water out here. You know, the more water you can cover out here in this open water, they're just suspended fish. You don't know, you know, today here, over yonder tomorrow, so you just have to just cover as much water as you can out here.
And you say this is just a big flat?
It's all flat. It's all the same depth all the way across here to the river. It's no, you know, maybe a 2-foot water change as you go up the lake here, but it's just, you know, it's all the same water depth across here.
And again, folks, we're in the first week of October. We got water temperature right here, almost 78 degrees still. And we're going to see a lot of boats today. The Crappie Masters is here.
I think the National Crappie League, I think is what it is here today, and I think it's their opening day to start fishing today.
Getting a good early start before that heat comes up.
And since you done caught one ahead of me, I'm kind of want to hurry up and get this monkey off of my back here. I got to hurry up and catch one at least right here, right quick.
I say we just make a show what we got so far. We're good.
No. Don't be surprised if I go over you now and get one over yonder. If I see a pole go down, I may have to go over you.
Folks, you remember the last time me and John did a show, and he kept his rods over the brush and mine out.
They'll never forget it.
Man, we really do go back many years, don't we?
Long ways, long time
Seen a lot
back.
of changes in the industry, that's for sure.
Yeah. Most time he calls, I want to do a crankbait show, and it's December the 25th. It's so cold. And then I want to do a jig fishing show. It's in the middle of July. It's so hot you can't get your breath. I mean, it's like he puts me to the test of, you know, can you catch these fish in the middle of July with a jig pole?
And we'd actually talked about doing a crankbait show this time, but you caught a couple catfish and some short fish. Just wasn't happening.
The water temp has kind of come down just a little bit. You know, when it's up in those 80s, they'll chase those crankbaits good. And it's been really, really hot. And it's the water temp, I think this morning I'm looking at it, it's 77, 93. That's not too cool to catch them, you know, anytime it's over 70. But I came and pulled them the other day, and I caught 3 shorts and a couple catfish. They just wouldn't chase them much.
John, another thing that you might point out to people, if you're planning a trip to Grenada, never been here, like say we're in the first week of October, and I noticed right away this morning the lake is down. I know they draw it down, but you said they've already started.
The summer pool here is 215, and they keep it around, you know, that. And the first day of August is a winter drawdown on all these lakes, unless they're working on them or something. They started pulling it on August 1 here, and it's I hadn't checked it this morning, around 207 this morning, and it falls pretty good. And when it gets a little bit further, like 3 more weeks here, I don't think you'll have him have a ramp to put in here. The lake's it's filled in a lot over the years with erosion, and it just, some of the ramps you can't get in and out now like you used to be able to.
Your gear and conditions sponsored by Millertech Lithium.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Come here.
I hate that. Biting on that side of the boat. Didn't aim for that.
This is payback for that last trip, Mr.
I
Harrison.
got 2 behind. I'm gonna have to adjust yours. Adjust your hooks.
He's warm to the touch too, mister.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's still warm.
I'm gonna hook this minnow on backwards or something over there.
And John, what I was doing when I'm catching these fish. Oh shoot.
Oh me.
John, as far as limits, what kind of limits do they have here?
15 per person.
Okay.
40 on a boat, no matter how many, max. They got to be over 12 inches, and that's not 12 inches. He's illegal. He's got to be over 12. Over 12. So if you measure him and he's 12, that's illegal. It'll be over 12 inches.
That tells you something about the lake, folks, when they've got to be 12 inches just to keep them, over 12 inches to keep them.
You know, and that gives them a chance. That's where you get your 15, 16 inches. You know, you're not taking so many 10s and 11s out. You know, and they grow pretty fast here too. So. But it still takes, you got to have a little age on them.
I know, John, you run your guide service year round, and you've got several other guys to guide for you now.
Yes. I like to hunt a little in the winter, but I do a lot of wintertime fishing here.
Yeah.
You know, over the last few years, the wintertime fishing's got really, really popular here and really good. Like I said, you can't get in here at Grenada, but you can get in other lakes like Sardis, Enid. You know, you can get in those lakes in the wintertime, and it's good fishing. You know, just even if you start at 9, 10 o'clock, when it kind of warms up a little bit, those fish, the lakes are so low, it's drawing those fish down. And look, they come up to get that sunlight, and most of those fish won't be just 2 or 3 foot on the surface. They bite good in the winter. You know, they feed up good, so they bite good in the wintertime.
And I imagine, like everywhere, the hardest time for someone to book a trip with you is going to be in the spring.
I knew he was going to talk and try to get my mind off it, but I was watching that time.
I tried my best to get you to miss that. Folks, one of the things I want to do too this morning is give a big shout out to my good friend Les Smith. He's got us staying at his legendary crappie compound. Always good to get down there and see Les.
He fed y'all good last night.
Oh, always, always.
Always some good food there. Good
Yes.
place to stay, good food. Good all the way around with Les.
And most of the time
Miss
he's
Lois,
got...
she's ahead of the house.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. John, if someone's never been here, this can be an intimidating body of water because it's huge. How many acres is this actually?
I don't know, it covers 200 and something, a little over 200 miles when it's at full pool at 215.
It is a big body of water.
All the way around it. It's a lot of acreages in here. So actually, it's filled in over the years. I used to, an inch of rain would not put it up as much as it does now, but an inch of rain will raise this, when it's down low a foot. And it just don't, 10 inches of rain will put a lot more surface water out in the woods and all here than it used to.
Well, and the one thing we talked about off camera a little bit ago was because it's so big and wide open, when you got a lot of wind, you got to be careful here.
Yeah, and main thing is when you come here, you got to look at all your boat ramps and get your wind direction, because any west wind, anything west, it don't matter where, northwest, west, southwest, you want to stay away from South Graceport boat ramp. Each year, so many people come that's not familiar with the lake and come and put in at South Graceport, and you get they sink their boats pulling back up on that ramp, because that ramp faces the west, and anything coming out of the west, it don't have to be that much at all. Don't have to be that much wind at all. Well, you'll pull up there, and when you go to get your trailer, you look back, you're sunk. I mean, if they give 5 to 10 any kind of west, just stay out from there, because it's year after year we see so many, it's just dangerous.
Oh, you got him.
Uh-oh, camera ready.
Oh, there we go, here we go. I'll let you count him.
Let you count him. There we can get your picture made.
Another good fish.
Yeah. There he is. He's on there.
There we go. Oh yeah. Bring him to you. Got him.
Normally I'd have tried to knock him off, but
we need him. That's a good fish there, buddy.
look at there.
Yes, one eyeball. We've caught them before. That's a good thick
Thank you, Russ, for letting me get my picture made with this fish. You get one's attention. Yeah, come on up with it a little bit. Yeah, right there. Creep right down. Man, I saw plenty of fish right there on that little point there a while ago. Yeah, right there.
All right.
Look at there. Pretty fish right there. There. All right, watch it. Okay, get ready. Get him. You got him.
Got him.
You got him. Yeah, just pick him on up.
Bring him right to you. There we go.
So happy you let me catch one.
Tell you what, John, we moved to a little bit shallower water, and that's 2 quick ones. So folks, we started out in 17 foot of water, moved out a little bit deeper, the wind picked up, and now we're in about 15 foot and caught 2 quick ones. See if maybe that'll be a key.
Russ has put a lot of pressure on me, y'all, so I had better be getting up here finding some fish.
You guys seen what he did to me last time, so.
Payback. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and tell the truth. I cut my hooks off my poles over here. So so he could get a few on his side. I act like I miss one every now and then, but
I appreciate it, buddy.
I ain't got no hooks on my poles. I'm just making it look good for the camera so he could catch a few.
Speaking of that, John, what's the way you prefer someone to reach you? You want them on Facebook or you want them to call?
You can send me just call me. My phone stays on 24 hours a day, 662-983-5999, JH Guide Service. You can find us on Facebook.
Yep.
He got it, he's got it.
He's on there. There we go. There we go. Come here.
Can I get my picture made with him?
You want to hold him?
I want to rub on you for some luck.
I'm not eating this up or nothing, John.
Folks, if I didn't love him as much as I did, he'd never catch another fish. I'd cut these hooks off.
That's a good Grenada fish here.
Y'all see who's baiting his hook and everything?
Hey, little less talk, more action on there.
No respect, no respect. As Rodney says, no respect.
Everything we've caught today is whites. I think that's all I've ever caught here. Are there any black crappie in Grenada at all?
Sure. In certain places here, I caught a few last week in a couple of places. Not it's predominantly mostly white crappie here. We do have black ones here. Have a few pretty good ones here. You know, you catch on occasion.
Yeah.
Most of them stay up the rivers or in these brush piles and stuff.
So they're tighter to that structure.
Yeah, they're tight in the structure, and they, you know, they just live in certain places here. You'll never catch one hardly down in the main lake here. If you do, it's just kind of by accident. It'll be on a little structure or something. You know, you might catch one, but most of them live in the river in those brush piles.
Yeah.
You know, Russ, even though we got 8 poles out, most of the time you don't have, you know, when these fish are biting good, you know, you don't have to look at the screen. But days like today, for example, these fish are not on a real good bite for whatever reason. You know, I'll look at that Garmin and I'll find a fish suspended out there. I'll point that trolling motor right at him and put these poles, you know, put those baits right on that fish. Yeah. And that's about the only way that we've got a fish to bite today, is just putting those baits right on those single fish out here.
Well, you know, it seems like all you hear about live scoping anymore is chasing single fish.
Yeah.
But you're right, here's a way that we use it today, spider rigging. And because you can see the baits down there.
Sure, you can see your baits good.
And
how deep you fishing and the fish, and just, you know, you put that bait right over his head, and that's.
If you didn't do that today, we wouldn't have very many fish right now.
No, I don't think we'd have but a couple. We'd have been in trouble. And as everybody notices whose baits I'm putting over there on those fish, I'm not being greedy, because most of the time, well, let's just say he's been less fortunate in catching them. But this time I was gonna because he hadn't come in a couple of years, and I kind of felt like he was mad at me, so I thought I better do a little better this time and make sure his poles got to.
I wasn't mad at you. I just don't like fishing with you, John.
So I decided I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna do better this time. Watch that fish right there. See that fish behind that bait?
Here we go.
Right
Yep.
here. Right here. I ain't got no hooks tied on mine. Yeah, I do.
You forgot to take that hook off, didn't you?
Yeah, I shot and missed. But I mean, you can just target these fish. There's a couple right there. You can just target these fish out here and put your poles right on them. And if you got a guest like me today, you know, that hadn't caught any fish probably in I don't know when, so I got him here to maybe get him a few of these Grenada crappie. Just trying to be nice. Yeah, he got it.
There he is.
See there? Put him
Baby.
right on. I didn't say how big it was now.
Baby.
No, I didn't never see him over there.
Now here in Grenada, this fish was what, born yesterday?
He's about a year old.
Small one. John. Oh man, he hit that thing hard.
Well, I just making see if you was paying attention.
Yeah.
I just forgot I had a hook on that.
So there's 2 rods he forgot to take the hooks off of.
Yeah, yeah.
So earlier, John, we talked about all the changes that's come along through the crappie fishing world since we've been a part of it. You got something else, not a sponsor, folks, but I just want to let you know what's out there and available. Tell us about the Sea Lights.
Sea Light crappie brakes. I got them on my power poles. I got 8-foot power poles on there. You know, like you said, fishing's come a long way since we started, you know, jig fishing. And one thing I've learned is boat control. It's a lot of it, 90% of it in my opinion, but you got to have some brakes on the back of these boats now. And Sea Light makes a great product, and you need to check them out. If you need a good set of brakes on your boat, check out Sea Light.
I'll be checking them out myself, folks.
Okay, he sent me to the back to get something to drink.
There we go. You just stay back there. Come here. Not a big one, but a good one.
Was that
I'm not going.
Was that on my pole? He swapped seats while I was up here.
Fish actually ain't bad. Get out of there. Hey, you go get you something to drink again, all right?
Hey, you sent me to the back there.
Oh, John.
I got him. I was just making sure I had him. Good and well roped there. Look,
that's a good fish.
Look at there.
That's a good fish.
That's a good fish. Boy, I know you wanting to reach
You
over
don't have a net, do you?
Hey, reach over here and feel this pole. Hey,
Get out of here.
rub his shoulder.
You just better get
You got this in here? Look here. There's your Grenada crappie. Look at there.
That's a good one.
Come on up here, Granny. If you get off, it'll be okay.
That's a good one. That's number 2 today for you, ain't it?
It may be, but I got me a hog. Oh, gosh. Oh, me. And he comes in with a baby.
Just trying to help you out, make you look good. You're the guide. That's a good fish, John.
Let's go ahead and get the double, both of them there.
That's a baby, man.
Yeah, you put, yeah, I like that.
Now,
That's a good
those are about the same, aren't they? He swallowed it.
Ain't that a nice one?
What you got, John? Oh, yeah.
Got me a crappie.
Not as big as your last one, but he's still a good one.
Oh, yeah. $27.
27. 2.
27.
That's that Mississippi math coming out of John again. Boy, if you can get that one.
What's your other rifle?
You gotta be kidding me.
Look here. Look at here.
Oh, there's a Grenada slab.
Look at there.
That's what we've been after all morning.
Look at there.
You probably don't have a net ready.
Oh, he ain't going nowhere, Russ.
Ho, ho.
He ain't going nowhere.
It's been a tough bite today. We've caught several fish, but trying to find them big ones. Here's a real nice one.
And somebody's been making a lot of fun of me today, y'all. But
Oh, that's a good fish.
look right here.
I can't even say nothing on that one.
Okay, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. He's been making a lot of fun of me.
Oh, that's...
A lot of fun of me today.
He was trying to coerce one other fish with the rod in the hand and his other pole hit. That's what people want to see there in Grenada, right there.
And now, the BrushPile Gear Check.
Just want to talk to y'all just a little bit today about the what we're using. We're using the B&M 18-foot Bucks trolling rod. It's a PST by B&M, and we like to get out away from this boat and get us a wide spread, so that's the reason we're using 18-footers. We're using 10-pound test line, we're using a B&M reel, and we're using a Caps & Coleman 1-ounce minnow rig. They come in several different sizes, but to cover a lot of water out here today, we're using these 1-ounce. They come 6 to a pack here. They're real easy to take out, they're real easy to put on, and we use a lot of them here. Today we've had a lot of fun, caught a lot of fish, and we thank everybody for tuning in with us.
Go. There we
Is that a catfish?
Yeah. Oh, that's not a bad
Is that a catfish?
I don't think he's as big as your last one.
I was hoping he wouldn't catch another.
But he ain't too shabby. Come here.
I was hoping he wouldn't catch another.
There we go. Tell you what, it's been a tough morning, but it's been a good morning. We've caught some good fish. Folks, I hope you enjoyed today's show. John, I'll tell you what, man, it was a tough bite, a funny bite, but man, we caught some good fish, and we had a great morning on the water.
I had a good time, as always. I had a good time. The bite was slow starting out. I was a little worried. You never know, but the bite for the last 2 weeks has been awesome. We've had pretty weather, like I said. It's been hot and on up in the day. The mornings has been cool, but the bite really starts up about 8:30, 9 o'clock. We've caught a lot of fish here in the last couple of weeks, but seemed like the last 2 or 3 days the bites just got slower, and I really don't understand why. But we got a front coming, but it's a couple days off, so it shouldn't have no effect. The water temperature is 77, and it's falling a little every day. It's normal pool's 215, and it's done got down to around 207. So shouldn't have had anything to do with the bite, but they don't bite good every day. You got a few bad days and some good days.
But
so
they bit good enough, didn't they?
They bit good enough. We got a great show, and as everybody can see, as you go through this show, we caught some really nice fish here on Grenada.
Folks, I hope you enjoyed it. If you couldn't tell, John and I, we go back a long time. We love cutting up, and you will have a ball. If you're looking for a trip to Grenada, never been here, give this man a call. You will not regret it. It kills me to say that, right, John?
Oh, no doubt, no doubt.
Brother, had a great time.
It really bothered me that you might have caught more fish than me today, and I'm gonna try to count. I'm sitting here trying to figure it up now. If you did, it was real close, but I think I caught the biggest two. We'll see when on camera here, but I think you kind of got me on numbers.
Well, folks, go back, count them up, see who won today. But hope you enjoyed it, and stay tuned because we'll be back again with BrushPile Fishing.
Thank y'all.
Special thanks to B&M Pole Company, War Eagle Boats, Crappie Magnet, Slime Line Fishing Line, Cornfield Fishing Gear, Eye-Hole Jig, Easy Drift, Driftmaster, Offshore Tackle Company, Power Pole, Mossback Fish Habitat, Purpose Built Optics, Garmin, Stan's Slip Bobbers, Bob's Cycle Repair, Millertech Lithium,